Hello everyone, welcome back to Spire II. As Ironclad is my only character who is not yet at Ascension 4, it seems appropriate to just play an Ironclad game. Keep the Ascension levels low so I can really instill those bad habits and cement them. Haha. Before higher Ascension levels remind me how to play properly. Upgrading cards seems fine. I don't really think Transform a card is very good to start. And 2 relics for bloating your deck, I mean, it's probably fine. Might even be good. Right side looks kind of crazy, actually. You can take 3 elites and there's just like campfire after campfire if you need them. Or pick up events or what have you. Yeah. And the first elite is even optional. You can skip it and go to the shop in a campfire instead. Kind of unreal. Yeah, okay. Sure, I'll upgrade my bash. What is 4 again? Oh no, I'm only on 3, right. Poverty, okay. I mean, I've definitely taken the minimum damage possible so far, and against this guy, especially as Ironclad, I don't know. I think against this guy, you pretty much should just defend everything, because you don't really have to take any damage against him. You don't have to, be aggressive to make sure you get enough in. And these cards kind of suck. I guess I'll take a breakthrough. If somehow the fight got way out of hand, I guess you might consider taking some extra damage to finish him off, but I don't think that should happen. I mean, I can full block here and get in 1 strike, or I could kill one of the enemies and take 3. Or I suppose I could bash an enemy, block, and take 2? Seems like the worst choice. You could kill either enemy, I think. This one has more HP, so he's a little bit more appealing to kill. Right, this guy dies to 2 strikes, and this one doesn't. And we're... Oh... You know, I have Breakthrough next turn, probably. So maybe that's a reason not to overinvest in killing any one of them. Let's just do this. Yeah. So I took a little damage that turn to set this up, but then this turn I took a bunch less than I might otherwise have. I don't think I need to take any more damage. Bash Strike is already lethal. I'm a big fan of Uppercut. Weak and Vulnerable are very powerful effects. And getting both of them is a nice treat. I don't think I'm going to pay 1 HP to do 3 damage to you. Triple Strike? Could we do it? Oh, Uppercut is probably even better. I'm not a big fan of any of these cards. but I think you're supposed to take a perfected strike. It's early. I still need more damage. I want to fight this elite if I can. Without at least one more big attack, we're not getting through them. There's a campsite coming up right away. I mean, the egg, I mean, it's like fine. I think I just want the HP. Well, that depends. I'm in okay shape to fight an elite with 3 new damage cards and an upgraded bash. I guess I can probably handle it. I mean, also I'm at 74. So I certainly could. But I might want to rest at this campsite, and adding some junk to my deck would make me, like, I don't know. I'll read it out. I don't think the card you get from this is that amazing. Yeah, I'm taking a power potion for my first elite, though. Is Hellraiser good? I don't think Pyre is that good. Although, with the enemy having slow, it's like, you know, an extra 10% damage plus some block every turn. Hellraiser. Like, you want to play your strikes last, sort of. But getting to play them for free would mean I can just play all my blocks quite comfortably, right? And of course, Inflame, you know, that's a sizable amount of damage. To gain 2 strength for the rest of the combat. Not that much. Yeah, I guess I'll take Hellraiser. Kind of weird. Okay, I mean, so far it hasn't been great. Pyre would have been better. Yeah, maybe I should have just... I don't know. Well, okay, I guess in the end, the difference between... I mean, I don't think there was ever a turn where I really needed Pyre instead of Hellraiser. And Hellraiser... By the way, I cannot believe meal ticket. I guess we're not hitting to a shop until quite late, but... I think I played every defend I got, right? So, Pyre versus Hellraiser, like, Hellraiser definitely did at least as well as Pyre would have. It would have let me and I don't think there was ever a turn where, with Pyre, I could have played a defend and then still played all of my attacks, which is the only case where it might have been better to play them in the other order. So, I think Hellraiser was the right choice there. It worked out as well as you could possibly ask. I'm not really exhausting. I'll just take a grapple. Sure. Let's get this bird the hell out of here. Well, in here. Get the egg out of here. Nice to see you. Really great start. Nine to all enemies. Well... I know exactly this will be my hand. So I can plan it out in advance. Who is it that I want? I mean, like... There's nobody where grapple plus breakthrough will kill them, right? So I'm going to have to play another attack to kill an enemy. And then I won't be able to kill another enemy, so I'll be blocking. Okay, I mean, I don't know. I guess the point is if I want to kill one of the ones who will be attacking me, which will be one of these two. And since I have to play another attack anyway, I may as well kill the one with more HP. Great breakthrough, by the way. In case anybody wasn't sure whether that was good or not, it was. This turn is bad, but I mean, you kind of have to accept that. It's very tough to get out of this fight without taking some damage. They junk you up so much. Yeah, I don't need to take any more damage. Okay, I'm gonna get to see how this works. Someone in a comment on one of my first videos where I was looking at this in a shop and saying it looks horrible. They remarked that they think each enemy will drop 10 additional gold, not just each fight. So we'll see how that works. I do like anger, but I think with bird swoop I'm probably doing okay for like zero cost stuff. I have grapple. I guess that's a reason to consider stone armor, and I haven't taken anything that cares about losing HP. I think these are both fine cards for different circumstances. I kind of think I don't know. Stone armor looks a little bit weak, right? But it's like, I don't know. It's almost as good as a defend this turn, which is a low bar, but fine. And then it also gives you bonus block for a few more turns. I think it's fine. If I ever get to grapple, it'll be lovely. We are smithing here for sure. I could go around and fight, but I don't think I'm dying for a card. Now, 6 plating, that's more serious. But I think just like, I really like the enemies to be weak and vulnerable. Art of War. Okay, if you say so. It's going to be tough to have a turn where I play no attacks. For the moment, anyway. So, I guess we must be fighting Big Bird coming up next. The Birdonis, right? What do I want against that? I think just, like, plating is fine. And upgrading attacks is kind of bad into Phantom. Whereas, because, like, a lot of the combat is about getting through the slippery, where the attack size doesn't matter. You got me. Get that vulnerable and weak in there. Block for 4 or get in for 9. I guess I'll block. Gotta keep that vulnerable going. It's so important. And that should be enough for the rest of the combat, basically. Yeah, see how important it is for them to be vulnerable here? Well, maybe it wasn't, actually. Maybe I was killing them anyway. Oh, Girya! Girya, my friend, my kettlebell! Alright. Strength reach vulnerable on the enemy. He kind of speaking my language here. Okay, sure. Lift, baby, lift. Let's go. Oh no, it says train now, not lift? Oh. I kind of liked... I don't know. Fine, I'll train. It's another shop? I'll probably skip this one then. Just go get another fight. I don't have any enchanted attacks. More block is cool. I mean, I'm a shrug enjoyer for sure. I did take dominate, so this could be kind of like inflame in a way. I don't think I'm exhausting cards yet. I mean, but like this card is a build around, right? It really rewards you for having access to exhaust. It would be quite bad in my deck right now. I would be taking this on as a kind of debt, right? Where I'm or an investment, I guess, the opposite of a debt. I'm becoming weaker now to potentially become stronger when I get some exhaust stuff going. But I don't think I really want to do that. I think I'm just going to take a shrug. And, I mean... This card is so bad in my deck, except that I have Dominate. Is that a good enough reason to put it in? Probably not. Dominate is still fine with Bash Plus and Uppercut Plus, I think. If I end up getting more vulnerable, I can, that'll be fine. I don't need this thing. Now, I could grab a potion. I don't think I really need it against Phantom, though. I think I'm doing just fine, thank you. Let's remove a strike. Strikes are better than usual against Phantom, it must be said. Also, I have some strength. Hang on, maybe I'm removing a defend. Maybe I'm not removing? Oh yeah, I have Perfected Strike too. Just grab a Finesse. Yeah, Finesse is always nice, I guess. And I'll just take a skill potion in case things go sideways. Could have saved money for the other shop, but I'd rather just get a card for free, thank you very much. Okay, a card at the cost of 7 HP is what I meant to say. I don't even know what status this guy gives me. Oh, they're afflictions. I'm tangled? My attacks cost more this turn. I don't think I've ever seen this. Is this guy new to me? My hand sucks, by the way. So I could have this do, like, effectively 13, but Bird Swoop is just better. So if I, like, you could play this and block, but it's better to just play Bird Swoop and block, and then, right? Oh no, hang on, this does 18, because I also have plating. And I want to defend, and I can only play one attack to go with that, even though this one only costs 1, there's not another that costs 1. So it is right to grapple, because I have plating. See you in hell. Oh, it's early enough for a feed. Oh yeah, we are grappling here. Is it possible I should not draw a card? Is there anything I would be really disappointed to draw? I don't think so. Oh yeah, that's true. Grapple was an attack, the one I started with. It's a little interesting here whether to play the bash, right? Because it gets rid of one less slippery, but the vulnerable does sort of matter. Because of dominate. I think I'm gonna go for it, weirdly. Hello. And, I mean, using this as Inflame is fine. I will keep alive the dream of feeding on Bantam. I will probably not achieve it, but it's worth a try. And look at that, the vulnerable actually did some damage even. More than another strike would have, I think. Because if I had struck him earlier instead of... If I'd played 3 strikes instead of bash strike, this would have done 9 extra damage. Because it would, well, 8. It would have done 9 instead of 1, so 8 more. Well, no, because I have a lot of strength right now, right? I have 4. So this did 1, but it would have done 13, so it missed 12 damage to not play a strike. But actually, I wouldn't have been able to dominate at all. So it's really more like 10 plus all the, yeah, all the extra damage I'm getting from these, every card after that. Yeah, the vulnerable worked out. I guess you should finesse first in case you decide you don't want to shrug. It seems unlikely though, doesn't it? Oh, or maybe with plating plus finesse, maybe I had enough that I didn't have to worry about him hitting me? I'm not sure. 4 plating, that's 12. I block. This is the big one. And I think we do need to kill him before the next big one arrives. Yeah, it's only 8, I guess. But still, the next one is really gonna hurt. It's 33. So I guess I'm shrugging anyway. Oh, so cruel. I will not be feeding today, it seems. There's no way I'm getting back around to feed before I'm in terrible danger, so... I mean, I could take the attack potion and basically try to turn it into fruit juice by seeing if I get something big enough that I could kill him with 21. I mean, it seems quite likely that I will, right? Yeah, let's turn this into fruit juice. So this is 21, which means I need 16, which means it needs to be at least 11 base damage. Okay. I'll take it, I guess. Pommel might work, because it might draw me an attack. But Hemokinesis definitely does work. Yum, yum, yum. Gotta eat those bosses. Mangle's kind of crazy. I mean, I really like Brand. It doesn't have draw a card. If it did, it would obviously be busted. But, like, they've printed busted rares before, like the Big Bang card in Regent. It just, like, cycles itself and then gives you a bunch of bonuses for no energy. The thing, this card is just so good because it like says right on it, anything that Ironclad decks can care about, it does that thing, right? It loses HP on your turn. It gains strength. It exhausts. It just does everything. It doesn't gain block. That's the other thing they do, I guess. It's a little bit worse when I have Girya because, like, I already have strength, but there's no reason you can't have more. Yeah, give me a Brand. Good excuse to add card draw to my deck. Something that, of course, I enjoy doing. 2 Relax to your deck. They are good cards, sort of. Kind of bad with powers like Stone Armor that tick down. But good with cards like Bird Swoop. Bad with things like Vulnerable and Weak, which will tick down even if... I mean, this is effectively saying you're trying to pass a turn, right? And so any status effects you've left on them will fall off if you do. Or reduce, anyway. Pael's Eye doesn't have that problem, right? It is an extra turn, so the enemies don't take one. So weak and stuff sticks around, but it's still bad for Stone Armor. I suppose it's good for things like Brand. Well, the Horn is good for Brand, because you can relax on the same turn that you Brand. The Eye is not, because you can't play that and then pass. Like, you can, but the Eye won't help you if you do. As always, I love these ancient relics. They're so interesting. There's never something that's just, oh, this is obviously good, or this is obviously the best. There's usually, like, some trade-off. And you have to, they're going to be very transformative, and you have to think about, okay, how will I look post that transformation, right? I mean, Pael's Tooth is a pretty vanilla thing that would be nice to do. More strength. Not sure what I would be asking to upgrade, though. I don't have that many good cards that I want to upgrade, and if I give them away all at once, I may crumble. So obviously, like, yeah, you can upgrade a couple strikes or something. But then it's like, you know, why are you even taking this if you only upgrade a couple good cards? I think I'm going to try the horn. And these are actually in my deck, right? You could upgrade them if you wanted. Yeah. More block, more cards, more energy. This is in contrast to the Luminous card that you get from the weird, like, eel guy or whatever he is. Orobos or something. Orobi. His relic puts the Luminous into your hand at the start of turn 1. At the start of combat, I guess. Which is, I mean, it's a downside in that you can't upgrade it, but it means you don't have to draw it, right? You get 5 cards plus your Luminous. Whereas the Relaxes, you know, when you draw them, you don't get anything. You are down 1 other card you could have drawn. So it's a trade-off. Rest sites are still pretty good because I want to lift baby lift. I mean, this idea looks pretty good, and then go like up here would be the idea. Maybe not going so far here. They should make the eraser a little bit bigger, like, and more clearly indicate what it's going to erase, because there's no part of this that's obviously the pointer, and getting it to line up exactly is difficult. If it just had like a big circle of like, this is the area you will erase, like, that would be much simpler. To get there, I don't think I want to go through a shop, so I think we're looking at this. Not my greatest starting turn. I could uppercut him, which does how much? It reduces his attack by 5. So then I could stone plate him, I guess. This looks like a pretty bad fight for Relax. Let me try now to remember who all the elites in this act are as a practice exercise. We have the Decimillipede. We have the bee guy. And someone else. The triangle! The floating triangle! I think he's an infested prism, right? But he's a flying triangle. So alternatively, you could play like, you know, stone armor, defend, strike. But I think the defend blocks less, well, the same as uppercut does. And the uppercut does more damage than strike. So uppercut is strictly better than defend plus strike. So you have to play uppercut here. And then you decide what else you want to do. And I think the answer is stone armor. Because the guy hits pretty hard. The turn after he starts flying. Oh, that is a card. Hello, I'd like to relax, please. Where's the relax hotline? I can't do it, though, because if I draw it with Shrug, I won't have the energy. Very funny, Pyle. I mean, 8 and 6, that's 14. If I upgrade these, if I take some strength, neither of them actually does any more damage because he's flying. I mean, the skill potion is not really anything. I think it's just defend, bird swoop. Very funny, buddy. That would be 13. So I'll just relax here. And all this energy surely will be enough. Okay, take that, you stupid bug. You can keep the grapple, honestly. Dismantle and Bloodletting are both plausible takes here. Bloodletting is good on the turn when I relax, but it's a little bad on the turn post-relax. It's probably fine. And Dismantle, I mean, we're trying to keep them vulnerable most of the time, right? So this could be deal 16. I think I'll take a Bloodletting. I guess this benefits extra from strength, actually. We already have 2 Giryas. And we have... Yeah, I think I have to take Dismantle, actually. Yeah, you can keep this. What? I didn't know you could even get... I mean, I guess it makes sense. You could in Spire 1. It wasn't super common to get a chest at events, but it was possible. There was a relic you could get. There was like one in every 4th question mark is guaranteed to be a treasure chest. That was a nice one. Okay, red mask. That's nice. He was already vulnerable. I thought that would make him he was already weak, I mean. I thought that would make him weak. And that would take less damage. Oh well. Still, it was better than Plating Strike, obviously. There's no shot I'm drawing this feed again, unless I stall forever and ever, and I don't really want to do that. I might get a draw good enough that I can get a feed without, like, losing HP. But it's not super likely, so let's just get maximum damage here. Oh yeah, also he does this. What the hell, buddy? Let me just draw my relax real quick. No, okay, that's nice. I didn't actually want to draw it, it was a prank. Ah! I missed it! With plating, I could have just attacked. I missed a chance to get through some of his block. He attacks for a lot. Oh, this is nice. You know what? I probably should have branded first. Just get rid of the bash, say I'm never going to draw it again. And I could have gotten in 1 more damage. Not going to do it now, though. Why lose that HP when you probably don't have to? But if I do end up regretting it, that will be sad. I have so many energies. I don't think we fought anyone yet with multiple enemies, so I haven't been able to confirm or deny the thing about how many extra 10 gold we get. Stomp is okay. I'm a little weak to group fights right now. I basically just have the breakthrough. A stomp would be a nice addition, I think. Sure. Kind of on the lookout for block cards at the moment. I'm doing all right. Okay, I will hang on to feed. Can I get a relax? Of course not. Well, you never know. Nope. Okay. I mean, this is arguably better. I just wanted something productive to do on his Thorns turn. Oh my god, I got energy from the Art of War. I forgot you even existed, bro. No offense. Huh. I guess we go for a pretty sad dominate here. But better than nothing. And importantly, of course, it was not an attack. Oh, yeah, he does have thorns, huh? Maybe I shouldn't have been so keen to get buffed up this turn. Although, actually, why don't you just die in a fire? 21, 27. He has 5 thorns. So can't I just defend, swoop, feed? Yeah. We're having toad for dinner. Bully, kind of a reward for the vulnerable stuff we're doing. The thing is, we're not doing that much of it. It's also a reward for the strength stuff we're doing. I think it's fine. I hate you. How did I full block there? Was that really? Oh, they were weak, that's why. Red mask. Yes. I didn't look at how much they were attacking for. I know it's usually like 24 or something, which I didn't have. But with them weak, I guess it was enough. Okay, this looks like quite a turn. How exactly does it work? Right, I can brand and bully and get all the way up to stomp. I should be able to perfected strike and breakthrough, right? Yeah, so how much is breakthrough? Oh, I'm weak. I hate it. Okay, but they're not vulnerable, so I can just, I mean, this is 8, maybe 9, depending on how the strength works out. And this is 10, maybe 11. So, like, not all that much, but I don't know. I mean, it's got to be the right line. So let's do this. Actually, strike is obviously a better exhaust. It does not shrink perfected strike to do this, I believe. Because I think this card is still, like, in my deck. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it looks at. So now I know this is 11. Perfected Strike is 15. And I have a Fire Potion, so... I have 11 and 5 is 16. If I did that to you... I could finish you with a Fire... Oh! I have the energy from Relax and Art of War. I can play all of this, including Dismantle, which I thought I couldn't. So I probably should have exhausted Bully, actually, not Strike. Although, yeah, that would have been more damage. Okay, so I have... I can simplify the math by just playing Stomp now, because I have enough energy, I don't need the discount. And that's something I don't have a choice about. I'm targeting everyone with that. Now I have to work out how to target all the rest of this stuff. I'd like to kill you, because you do the most damage. So, Bully Fire Potion works. Is there anything else that works? I could throw all the attacks at you, I guess. But I'd rather not. If this were Strike, I could do noticeably better. But it's not. This is a tough fight, in general. These guys... These guys are the Act 2 elite I fear most, I think. In general, not like specifically with this deck. I haven't evaluated who I fear most for this deck. Okay, so we found out in a previous game that this does not work. You only get to eat them if they're the last one you eat. So, can I do that? 6/6? No. I realize Relax is so bad in this fight. Yeah, gonna give up on the feed. Just try to get out of here with all my teeth. Okay, this is probably lethal. 17 and 9 kills you, right? Yeah, and then Uppercut kills you, and we are out of here. Strength is so good. Oh, I didn't look at how much gold there was. I missed my thing about... Guys, rewind and tell me if there was 10 or 30 there. No, don't do that. I'll find out in a future combat. Oh, I was saying I was looking for some blocks. Your next attack is played in extra time. I mean, there are some attacks that I would be happy to play again, but... I wonder, by the way, why they renamed this. This used to be Double Tap. Is that, like, too associated with... like... firearms? I don't know, really, what the connotations... of Double Tap are. I've heard it before in, like, you know, I feel like it's somehow... I remember it was in XCOM. It was a thing you could give snipers, I think. If you finished off an enemy, they got another shot. Or whatever they were called, marksman, I don't remember. I guess Bloodwall is a little bit worse with all the relaxes in my deck. I have multiple things that care about vulnerable. I should probably take a thunderclap, actually. Alright, we are out of Girya charges now. What do we want to do? I mean, probably just relax, right? Brand a defend or something? Seems good. Obviously, it's kind of bad to let the enemies like make progress and scale, but this gives me a turn where I have more. Like, I get to do a ton this turn. Because I have all this extra energy and cards. So 19 or 15. Do I pay 1 life to hit him for 4? Probably. It's a lot of strength. Well, okay, I have a lot of block. I guess it's not the end of the world. This had better kill him, or I'm in trouble. Yeah, he's super dead. What is a Kusarigama? It looks like kind of a scythe on a sling, or not a string, a string almost. Let me look that one up. What is that word? It's traditional Japanese weapon. Yeah, sounds Japanese. It's a sickle on a chain with a heavy iron weight, I guess, is the handle. You swing the weight, indeed. Okay. Oh. So, like, no, you don't use the weight as a handle. You use it to entangle or disable their limbs, and then you finish with the blade? Very weird. I'm not advanced enough for that stuff. Anyway, I'll take it. I often play 3 attacks on a single turn, especially with Relax, giving me big turns. Yeah, more stone armor seems fine, I guess. Like poison, stone armor kind of synergizes with itself in a way. Like, oh, although I've also many times made the argument that poison doesn't do that. But, like, it does, though. Like, okay. If you have 5 poison, let's say. We'll talk about poison today. And you apply it to an enemy, they will take, over the course of 5 turns, 15 damage. If you then, after that, give them another 5 poison, they will take 15 damage again over the course of 10 turns. But if you apply the 5 poison, so they'll take a total of 30, right? But if you apply the 5 poison and the second 5 poison at the same time, they'll take, I believe it's 55, right? The triangular number for 10 is 11, yeah, times 5. So, and it's over 10 turns, of course, but the point is, the more of it you can get at once, the more total value you get over the scope of its duration, right? In the same way that, like, you know, with regen potions, it didn't happen very often because they're pretty rare, but, you know, you could pop a regen potion to heal for 15 if the fight lasted at least 5 turns. But in the rare case that you could get 2 regen potions, you could use them both and heal for up to 55. Way more than twice 15. So, I don't know, just interesting. I was talking about that because stone plating, yeah. The more of it you have, the more block it generates. Obviously. But also in the non-obvious way of like... do I want to go to a shop? Like, these campfires are not amazing for me. I'm sure there's some stuff I could upgrade. But none of it is, like, begging me to upgrade. Well, feed kind of always begs you to upgrade, but it's so greedy. Like... upgrading feed, right? It's like... you know, it's not very good in terms of winning combats. It does 2 extra damage. You can get better upgrades. The main advantage is that you get to feed for more. And I don't know. I kind of feel like... you often... If you're in a position to feed every combat without risking other negative consequences of doing that, you've just, like, won the game, right? You don't need more feed value to win. And I think that argument doesn't completely hold, right? Maybe you're way ahead now, and you'll need a little bit of extra max HP later. You know, that kind of thing could happen in Slay Spire 1 when you're going to have to fight the heart eventually. Which, you know, as I've said, I generally didn't do, but for the people who did... or even just like the boss of Act 3 can tax a lot of HP. Maybe you're crushing hallway fights and you need help with bosses. In that case, yeah, maybe take a feed upgrade. I don't think I'm especially in that position. I'm doing okay on both of those, but I don't have enough deck control to get to the feed reliably at a time when I can actually kill the opponent. I can't reliably and safely stall, so I don't think it's that good to upgrade. Could upgrade Brand. That's a big effect. This just is still 1 vulnerable, right? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I'll just be boring and Smith. How bad can it be? Smith the Brand. Oh, who's my boss? Insatiable. Ugh, I've got all of my relaxes already, huh? Don't really want to play them exactly. Oh, they're Relax Plus. Okay, maybe I do want to play them because of the bellow. That's pretty good. I mean, I could do some other cool stuff, right? I could set up Stone Armor Plus. I could bash. And because I get energy back, I could still, like, Perfected Strike for 1 billion, or... actually, I could dismantle and still Stone Armor, for example. Do I care so much about Vulnerable that I think that's a good idea, even though I could be getting a Relax Plus off? I mean... I don't really need to relax, I don't think. I can just bash, defend, Stone Armor, and I'm in pretty good shape. I want that Vulnerable. You know what? Maybe I should do 38 damage rather than block 8. That seems like the responsible thing to do. You gotta be willing to put in a little bit of HP to get enemies down faster. Should have shrugged first in case I drew a strength card. Oh, what did that do again? Damage, okay. Not a very good brand. I could still do it. Pay 1 HP for 2 strength. How much strength do I have now? 3. So these are each 9, which is 13. It's pretty likely I can kill him anyway. I think I won't. Okay, we get to feed on an elite. A rare delicacy. Joss paper? Every 5 times you exhaust a card, draw a card. Okay, if you say so. It doesn't seem very exciting to me. True Grit Plus. I mean, I did just take a Joss paper. And there's Fight Me, which, I mean, you know, when you start every combat with 3 strength, this starts to look appealing, right? Deal 8 twice and then gain more strength. But for 2 energy? I don't think so. So I think I'll just take a True Grit. Okay, we got to pay attention at the end of this fight. How much gold do they drop? It's not the most important thing, but, you know, I would like to know. Oh, okay, this seems like a very important vulnerable to apply. That just kills you quite nicely. Oh, and then Kusarigama went off as well. Okay, well, strong turn. You're not dead, right? Indeed. Close, though. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Are you supposed to stomp here or relax? Is 2 cards and 2 energy worth more than 15 damage? I think so. Oh, also, it advances Joss paper. That's true. Oh, yeah. Plus, you really... The turn he burrows, you really want to be able to hammer him. So it was absolutely best to relax that turn. Damage that turn didn't matter nearly as much as damage this turn will. I am not going to need this shrug. I guess I should do the math on whether I need to lose HP. So this is 13. Now if I'm going to feed on him this turn, I need to deal 50. Well, okay, how much can I do? I can do 13. Then this would be another 13, another 25, sort of 26, 50. Yeah, this guy's toast. I don't need strength. Okay, how much gold? It's just 10. So the commenter who said, gosh, the relic looks to me like each enemy will drop 10 extra gold. You know, they're not wrong. It did look like that to you, and it's a reasonable way to read the relic, but the way that I read it was the way it actually works, it turns out. So I mean, I just can't imagine a situation where I would ever buy this. If you pick it up from a chest, fine. You know, relics, not all of them are bangers, and, you know, I'm happy to have gold. But the amount of gold it costs if you want to buy it doesn't end up paying off in any reasonable time frame. It was like 180 something bucks, like, just horrible. I mean, this is all sort of fine, but all also sort of like, why do you even want it? More bullies. I still have like just the same 2 cards that apply. I have a little more vulnerable, but I guess with Kusarigama, 0 cost attacks are a little bit more desirable. Sure. Look at all those relics going off, man. This hand kind of stinks, but I guess actually, since all the cards are upgraded, it's actually pretty good. And you're weak, I mean... Maybe... What am I doing here? I think I'm throwing a vulnerable potion for starters. It's like, do you want to stomp? If you do, you can't play a lot of defense. You can play 1. But not if... You could play Stomp and Perfected Strike if you play no defense, basically. Anyway, we start here, clearly. How much damage would that be, actually? 40... 58... 85? That's a lot. Another attack might just finish him. I don't think I need much help for the boss, so getting through this guy with no damage would be kind of cool. But I could also just, like, play a couple defends and Perfected Strike for 40, right? Like... I'm actually in a reasonable chance that I might just not take damage from this guy anyway, even with no potions. Nope, can't do that. That's too much energy, right? Alright, well... 22 less damage than I planned. There's 18. Oh, I really should have taken the attack potion there, because I could have quite possibly killed him. Alright, well, at least I get to eat him. Did I miss a chance to exhaust a card? I'm not sure. That's a no from me. I don't want any of this. Also, when I played Feed at end of combat, did that trigger Joss Paper? I didn't notice. Because it kind of, like, exhausted after combat ended in a way, right? God, I love pounding those guys. You have a vulnerable attack that just hits for 1 billion. Ooh, hello. Yum yum. It drew me a card, which I don't care about, I guess. get Umberto. Oh god, the bullies are so bad! Okay, well, at least they're gonna trigger Kusarigama. No reason to play this or not play it. You're not dead, but you're close enough that I shouldn't try relaxing. And I certainly don't need to brand. I mean, you could argue with 2 bullies, maybe a setup strike is good. I disagree. I could get a big rest in, obviously, right? We're at a relatively high max HP, so it heals for quite a lot, but I don't need it. I want the Smith. What do I need upgraded here? Probably not an attack. The kind of the percentage increase that you get from upgrading attacks is lower when you start with a bunch of strength, right? Like strike, instead of going from 6 to 9, it's going from 9 to 12. So instead of being 50% better, it's like 1/3 better. And I think it makes sense to measure things in terms of ratios and not in fixed values, because the ratio affects like how many turns it takes you to finish a fight, which is a good like metric for how much damage you plan to take in the fight. So I'm not sure, I'm not a mathematician, but I think it makes sense to think about things in that sort of relative sense. I mean, I kind of just like my relaxes. Again, they're not good in this fight. Yeah, that's true. You could take Dominate. I don't think that's a good idea. Might just be Bird. But I just said it doesn't make sense for attacks. I mean, it's not completely senseless, but it just doesn't seem like what I need. It would be good for this fight because you're on the clock. But I don't think I'm going to have any trouble hitting that clock. So I think I'll just take a relax, even though it's not that much better in this combat. Because relax is sort of a bad card. It's still good, but not as good as usual. I'd like an energy potion. I want to play all of this stuff. Since I don't have one, I suppose it's uppercut and then dismantle, right? I don't think I need to run away from you just yet, right? There's another escape in my deck somewhere. There's one. I don't actually draw that quickly. I think I should escape. 31 damage, whatever. I can do that some other time. But I don't want to be eaten and die. So, see ya. hurts. He chomped me. Well, it's nap time, I guess. Bali is so bad with Art of War. Why did I take this card? It's so bad timing with Joss paper, too. I don't think I'm supposed to play Bully. I think the Art of War trigger is more important than like 4 damage or 7 damage or whatever. How did I full block that? I thought he was attacking for 30. It must have been I misread and it was only 20. Because now with all this energy I can relax again and still have a productive turn. Grit, a defend. I still have plenty of wiggle room on Sandpit, I think. I guess I'll just brand one of the bullies and play everything else. This guy, I mean, I talked smack about how I wasn't going to have trouble with him, but he's kind of a problem. I have a lot of energy, but I don't have any block cards. Okay, that's one. Pretty good. Triggers Joss paper, or well, I mean, makes progress towards triggering it. We're gonna hit him a lot here. I hope I didn't have lethal. It would be embarrassing to drink a potion and then kill him without needing the potion. Oh my god. Okay. Not quite that bad, but an attack potion may have been more appropriate. They're both fine. I already spent the feed. You have been struck down, sir. Distilled Chaos, that's a rare potion. I don't think I've seen that one yet in the sequel. Obviously I saw it in the original a number of times. Do I want any of this? I don't think so. I mean, well, maybe Fiendfire. Dark Embrace, I mean, I have True Grit, I have the 2 Relaxes, I have Brand, I have Feed, I have Dominate. It could draw some cards. On the other hand, Fiendfire is kind of crazy when you start with 3 Strength, right? Yeah. Devil Deal time. This seems like the most distinguished cape of all time. Nobody's convincing me to take Whispering Earring here. I mean, I don't know. Like, how bad could he mess up my turns? Pretty bad, I suspect. I wonder what that deck I had was when I thought it would be totally fine to take Vaku's Earring, and it totally was fine. Because it seems, like, very dangerous. I must have just had a very, like, straightforward deck, or maybe because it was Ascension 1 or 0, it was just fine even though it was bad. Or maybe I just got really lucky, I don't know. But, like, starting the turn off with a Stomp and then passing is just so bad, right? and Apparition is just an insane card. And these are, they're probably not very good. But it certainly is like, it has very little downside to take this one. The others all have downside, but the downside on Apparition is clearly worth it. And the downside on the earring does not look like it is. Okay, we gotta go shopping today. I have $600 burning a hole in my pocket. It's easy to arrive at a shop if I wish to. So, what about the other considerations for pathing? Elites and fires. Well, I mean, and events too, I guess. But wow, there's there's a disconnect here. Somehow it feels unusual to me that... Because it happens sometimes that, like, one side is just a straight line. It's not so often that you get, like, branching and rejoining along that straight line. My I heard from something somewhere about how the map is generated, and I don't know if this is true. And I don't even totally understand what it is I think I know. But I think the way that they draw the map is by tracing, like, they just draw six straight lines from, or not straight lines, six non-branching lines from here down that are each allowed to, like, visit one of the 6 slots you have. Or I don't know if there's 6 exactly, probably. Like there's one in here and one in here or something. A space where you could fit another thing and it wouldn't look too cramped. And at each turn it can, like, choose to go straight down, or it can go left, or it can go right. Unless it's at the edge of the map, in which case it can't go that any further outside. And they just draw all 6 of those, and sometimes they'll overlap with each other like this. 2 traces went out this way, they both went down, they both went down. One went this way and came back, the other one went straight down. And that's how they decide what paths are available. And so I don't know, it seems a little unusual. I guess the reason, like, sometimes you get only one goes left at all, and then, okay, it's a straight line by itself. It seems a little unusual for actually 2 of them to go into that unusual position and stay overlapping and rejoin each other. So this seems even more noteworthy. And now I don't know how they, like, populate it with elites and fires or whatever. But that's, I believe, how they decide where the nodes will be, at least. Just not what the nodes will be. So just an unusual looking map today is all. I think you want to get to here. Because it's got a good flexibility of what you can do on the way out. Boss, by the way, the Door Maker. I think I should be pretty good against that boss. Hiya? I meant to lift Fiend Fire there, but... okay, well, we're certainly going to finesse first. I have 3 energy. You're only attacking for 10? Are you sure? It feels pretty weak. So I could, like... How much Fiend Fire do I have to hit you with? 5. So I could play 1 card and still do that. Or, well, if one of them were Bird Swoop, I could play another card, right? Because then you'd be at 34. And it would only take 3 more Fiend Fires to get you. So I can do this. And this to complete my block. Oh, actually I'm drawing a card off of Joss paper, I suppose. I could choose to save my energy until after I draw. But I think a defend to take nothing from this guy is probably all I really want. I could bully you first, because this guy's still dying. But I think I'd rather have the Joss Paper on 3. Like, the damage to you doesn't matter. The card drawn was Apparition. Very funny. Okay, Bash is 13. This would be another 13. You would not die. I mean, I want to play the Apparition, I'm fairly sure. And then, like, I can Stone Armor and take 1, but be in better shape for future turns. But I think next turn he usually just buffs. So I think I'm just going to go with this. Yeah. Ooh. Do I get a snack? I think I do. Yep. Now let's watch Joss Paper. Does it stay on 1? Because or does it go up? It stays on 1. So the card doesn't exhaust if it ends combat. Interesting. Unrelenting. I mean, that doesn't seem very good. It's... If you can use it to play a 2-cost attack, it's kind of 0 energy, deal 18, which is fine. Arguably even good. But if you can't play a big attack with it, it's pretty bad. And sometimes you might want to play the 2... Like, my 2 energy attacks are the ones that add vulnerable. I usually want to play those first, right? So, I don't think that's so good. Blood Wall. I still think I'm doing alright on defense. I don't think I want a Perfected Strike either. So, we'll just pass on all this. I think I'm happy to hit 2 shops. I have a lot of money. Oh, and meal ticket, I guess. Draw 2. At the start of your turn, exhaust the top card of your draw pile. I mean, this is just sheer upside, right? Exhausting the top card of your draw pile, like, doesn't matter. And so... I mean, it's great if you have, like, Dark Embrace, which I don't. I guess the, you know, the danger is it might hit some key card you have that you can't win the fight without. The relics are all pretty bad. Don't really want any of them. It's a pretty bad shop. I'm glad I'm going to another one. I don't have any, like, decks, right? So... And my strikes do a lot of damage. I think I'm going to cut a defend. I have other blocks. And then... I mean, you really should take this. Don't be afraid. Wasted some healing, I guess. Is that good? Do 13 times 6? 78? It's almost half of his life, his HP. Or I could just relax. I think I'm in kind of a hurry. This guy gets a lot of ritual. Some way I could get a stomp involved. I could play strike, strike, stomp. It's much less damage. I'm not sure how important it is to gain 1 strength. 25. 38. Yeah, I guess I just want to defend. Play the strike. Well, we could fish for a feed, right? I have intangible. And I can make sure he's in a position where any attack kills him. Or just about. So I'm not risking much here, I don't think. And I think I mean, I could miss. But if so, I've done everything I could, you know? Oh, I can't miss! Ha! Great. So I know what I'm drawing. I have 3 strength, so feed is exactly lethal. Okay. Well, let's just get Joss Paper going, I guess. Oh, right, I could miss because that exhausts. That's right. Okay, see ya. Pommel Plus. It's a lot of cards. It also improves my Perfected Strike for what little that's worth. I don't really think I want this. I don't know. Draw 2. It's probably worth. I don't know. I take more cards than I should. I mean, I'm heading into a shop is the thing. Like, do I want to buy a bunch of garbage? These are all sort of fine. But none of them are good. That's why they're cheap, of course. Like Anchor, Happy Flower. Generally speaking, I take these. These are the same. No, these aren't exactly the same relics. He has more selection than this. There aren't just 6. Like I've seen Snecko Eye, right? At the very least. I don't know exactly how many he has of these knockoffs. Okay, I'll take one more. See ya. Wing Charm. Oh, makes your card rewards better. A little late for that. Thrash. I mean, it's okay. Could help with a boss fight or something. 3 extra damage is not necessarily that exciting. My deck is kind of big, so Pendulum's not that great. I mean, all these relics are still not my favorite. Now, Evil Eye is a little bit better than it was, because I took that power that exhausts a card every turn, right? The trigger is free if I've played it after the power. Block 16 for 1 is exciting. I also like thinking ahead. It's just deck manipulation for no cost, more or less, right? It also triggers Joss Papers. I think this is a must-have. And then, who knows? I guess this exhausts cards as well for Joss Paper purposes. Sure. Try an Evil Eye, just add a bunch of junk to my deck. Tough to get this guy vulnerable, huh? Hiya. I guess I'll just take a little damage here rather than relax. Maybe that's wrong, but I wanted to get some powers into play and get Thrash going. I don't know what I want Thrash to hit. Like, I could try to control that by playing a card I don't want Thrash to hit, but that would mean, like, playing Strike, which I'd rather not do. Oh, there goes my feed. Okay, very funny. Good joke, buddy. Bad timing on the intangibles. I mean... I'll still do it. It means I'm intangible next turn. Oh, that was... It exhausted my brand. The, Drum of Battle. So Evil Eye is good, although he's still not attacking. Okay, I guess I didn't need to play those intangibles. I forgot what he does. I thought he had one more attack before his big one, but I guess not. Well, I could just relax. I mean, it's still a sizable hit. I could try plating plus shrug. Plus defend with like a speed potion. Not unreasonable. I don't think plating's all that good against this guy, but I guess neither is relax. Okay, well, you're hitting me pretty hard. I wish you wouldn't. Oh my god, I messed up a Joss Papers trigger again. My intangible sucks as usual. This is a decent hand. Let's put this back. to be played next turn. Oh, it should have been the apparition! Oh my god. Well, he doesn't even really attack that much on this coming turn. Still. Clearly an error. Yeah, he doesn't attack at all, so didn't really matter. Get this out of here. Just don't want to draw it again. My deck sucks, huh? Shrug, burn, burn? It's pretty rude. Okay, I mean, yuck. Well, that'll kill him if I ever draw it again, I guess. I think I played the unupgraded strike. Wow, I was way less prepared for this fight than I thought I would be. More than I thought I was, I guess. I don't want to take 12. I don't want to take 7 either. Couldn't give me a feed? I guess I'll take the Cinder in case I get to trigger an exhaust. I guess I won't though, right? Yeah, combat ended. Okay, well that was a horrible fight. I'm now a little bit less enthusiastic about my chances against Doormaker. These both look nice. I didn't want Stampede earlier, but being upgraded is a big deal. And I do have often turns where I have leftover attacks. I think it's fine. Plus, I get to heal 15. How much damage did I take in that fight? A mere 64. Okay. Oh, I have the real Happy Flower. I lined up the little one perfectly, accidentally. Surely I won't have another disastrous elite fight. I think I will be much better against both of the other guys. But I want to hit this campfire, I think. I don't really want to do 2 more elite fights. So maybe just campfire into the other elite here. Does this go to like non-exhaust? It does. Certainly it's nice. The other relax I get? I don't know. I've done some bad things to this deck. The vulnerable theme kind of fell apart. This looks horrible now. Just a bigger block? Feels weird. Okay, I wasn't really looking for a fight. I have Gambler's Chip. That's nice. Actually, this isn't so bad. No one's attacking me. Stone armor rather, is still fine to play when no one's attacking you, but you don't get immediate use as a defense, so I think I will include that in the discard pile as well. Very funny, as usual. A laugh a minute. I don't know who you're supposed to prioritize here. Probably these guys, because they don't block. Actually, there are 4 things I already want to play in this hand. Well, there goes a relax. Oh well. I should be able to stomp, right? Well, yes and no. I'd also like to thrash. I can't really do both. Well, I'd like to... I can't guarantee what will be left in my hand for Stampede, and also guarantee what Thrash will hit. I can't do any of that while also relaxing, of course. They're attacking for 32? Well, I can kill this guy, though, and then it's just 23, which I have. So I guess that's the line, boring as it is. Okay, now we get the intangible turn of my dreams. I guess play this first. Actually, I can probably use feed, right? Kill this guy. Maybe Fiendfire? Because I just empty my hand on you. I have 7 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Ah! I messed up the Joss. I didn't think about that. I should have played the thinking ahead after triggering Joss Paper. Very funny. Okay. You got me. So this is 22. Plus 16 is exact. Maybe I didn't even need to trigger the Joss Paper at all. Oh man, even worse. I could have had this on 4 instead of on 1. More brand? I don't think so. I didn't really end up getting anything that cares about doing that stuff. What do you even do in this deck? Doesn't really do anything. I still think I'm a favorite against Doormaker, but I'm not as confident as I used to be. Wow. 3 extra block on a 0 cost? That actually is way better than I thought. Sure, I'll take... an attack? Oh. It's just like uppercut for 1? Uppercut plus for 1? That's pretty good. Choking? Yeah, sure. I mean, I think I don't really play a lot of cards most of the time. I will get out there and slaughter. Do I even want to mess with you? Like, am I actually good against knights? I think I'm fine against the big floating eye, although the construct kind of proved me wrong on thinking I was fine against him. I'm not sure what it was about that fight that was so bad. I can't reliably produce any block. Maybe the problem. I mean, I have plating. It seems like you should be able to. Being unable to weaken and vulnerable them was pretty impactful. Yeah, I'm just gonna go over here. I don't know. Seems cowardly, but I'm a coward, so I guess that makes sense. Bellows has upgraded this card to be an 8 after I drew it. Well done. This is obviously good. What am I doing? Three energy. Okay, so that looks like these 3 at the moment. Just pitch pommel. We'll find something better. Oh my god, it's all my apparitions. All right, well, what can you do? They're gonna get you somehow. I guess it's better to play 2 apparitions than it is to play stone armor. Just so this turn is easy. Will I be triggering Joss Paper this turn? I will be. Maybe. Right, if I play these 2 cards. Oh, but I can't play this after I trigger... Oh, if I play these 2 cards and then think ahead, that would do it. There's feed. Well, let's put that back, I guess. Never mind. I'll put back Shrug, and I will just feed here. I hoped I would draw an attack, and then I could put back feed and sort of keep alive the chance of actually eating this guy, but it's not to be, alas. Oh, Should have done this first. This fight is plenty tough. I don't wish I were fighting in the lead. I mean, I'm doing fine, but I'm not like crushing him. $11, $20. Yeah. $40. $46. This is a decent hit, but my next draw is horrible. I need to get him low. I can't just rely. Well, I could because I get all this energy. It's like he won't be vulnerable anymore. I'm drawing bad cards, as most of my draws. And I still take 9? And I'll be weak next turn? Yikes. Well, I don't think I should take 24. Oh, I could pop an attack potion, and that would probably kill him, huh? Okay, that seems good. Yeah, Mangle is a good one. Feel no pain. Combo with Drum of Battle, I guess. Plus I have some other incidental exhaust cards. Yeah. Alright, we take a nap here. Go in there with 92. So many bad cards in my deck. What am I doing with my life? So do I want an intangible here for 18? No. Draw first, I guess. Mad Science is good. You know, you get all your powers on turn 1. That's when you want them for a boss fight. Gambling Chip has done good work. Oh, and I got to hit him with the uppercut for free. Ooh, a relax down. That's a bummer. I mean, they're good, but not like the greatest thing ever, I guess. Apparition's amazing here. Well, I mean, I guess I'm only taking 22, and then... Yeah, never mind. It kind of sucks. Well... Perfected Strike hits for 39. Sure. So this is basically block 2. Oh no, it's block 0 because I have Feel No Pain online, so I'm already taking no damage. Oh, and also Fiend Fire clears it anyway, whatever. I was thinking the Apparition would exhaust because it's ethereal, and that would trigger Feel No Pain, but it turns out Fiend Fire went off. Fine. So I actually shouldn't have played the strike. The Fiend Fire was more damage. And it would have exhausted my strike, which would be nice. Let's brand a strike. I guess I should have branded the defend and gotten to hit this guy. Go get him, cowboy. I'm blocking 7, 19, 24. Well, okay, let's say I'm doing this. This exhaust is going to give me 4 more from Feel No Pain, so it's 25. Plating is 32, so I don't need to defend. Now I do. Well, this could hurt. What, have I already played this turn? Where's all this block from? Oh, I exhausted a card. Right, I'm exhausting a card every turn. Do I need a speed potion? Could be nice. Sure. That would be a really nice uppercut, but it makes the speed potion look really stupid. Oh, I can maybe get the uppercut to go off anyway. I mean, not guaranteed, but I can try. Okay, that's fine. I know I could have hit him with that, but now Thrash is huge. And my chances of hitting uppercut have gone up. Unlucky. Still, somehow I've full blocked. Well, oh, it's Operation Plus. I could just wait until later. Because it's a pretty reasonable relax, right? Another Apparition Plus. Boy, I am knocking down the door. That's something. I guess I don't have to block. That's nice. Or, no, I should try to just block this turn, right? Which is easy. And then I can unleash a walloping. Oh no, it's gonna play this! Okay, hang on. Okay. Ah! Alright, you got me. I wanted a turn where I could just knock over the Doormaker at the start of the turn and then have this guy. Available to be hit for much of the turn. He's hitting me fairly hard, so let's stop that. Actually, I pretty much just blocked. I wasted the intangible, I think. Nice Evil Eye. Yeah, it's working. I'm still pretty high on HP. Still got 1 or 2 intangibles left. I think just 1. No, apparitions, I guess. $60 damage. So how are we for blocking? I have 1 plating left. I guess I can take 10. My Thrash! I've been working so hard on that card. How could you? He's still vulnerable. Okay, that's nice to know. What am I still doing here? I ask myself that question often. Okay, we got him. So, tons of HP to spare. The Doormaker fight was fine. I pity you. Yeah, I'll kill you. Return to the bottom, Ironclad. Big deck. Yep, 40. That's the threshold for it, and well fed. I guess, did I gain 18? My base HP is 80, I think, right? Yeah, okay. And apparently I've unlocked an epic. Kill 15 bosses with the Ironclad. Snuffed. It is said that a never-ceasing flame atop the spire burns proudly, proven by the neighboring clouds growing a gentle violet through the darkest winter nights. This is like not a whole sentence. There's no verb. A comma here might make sense, or something. I don't know. Then one day the clouds were normal. The flame went out. Huh. Oh, Ironclad relics are back. Self-forming clay, Karen's ashes, and Demon Tongue is new. The first time you lose HP on your turn, heal equal to the amount lost. So it kind of buffers you against losing HP on your turn, right? But it still counts as losing it for stuff that cares about that, right? So if you had this with self-forming clay, you would get the 3 block. But of course that's not the most powerful synergy. Like, I don't know. Okay. Cool. Looking forward to having a Demon Tongue someday. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.